Welcome to the show.
What's up, buddy?
Being 80 sensation.
Well,
Doing all right.
I'm doing okay. As you can see, John
I see.
made the wall.
I see. I like what I see. They are.
Yeah,
How much better in person do they look than online?
they're just amazing. They are amazing. You know what? I mean, I just look at them and the ring. You know, obviously. Let's see. It's gonna be a minute here. This one right here, I have now two different copies of.
Right.
The Rocky
Right.
Balboa. But this one here
Okay.
just catches my eye all the time.
Does it?
I don't know what it is about it, but it's just like I just go to that one and I'm like, but the colors are so, they're so vibrant. But it's got that retro 70s feel, like we were talking about with John previously.
Yeah.
They're nothing short of amazing. They're just magnificent. You'll be so happy.
Can't wait. Mine come tonight before 9 p.m. tonight sometime. So beautiful. I'll have them up, framed and everything, hopefully for the next show, if not the show after. Got to figure out where to put them, but they look great like that on the wall like that, just the whole row from the unknown to Balboa. I mean, that's great.
And then I got right there another John Rivoli. Is that the one
is that the one in the morning?
Yeah.
Goes running in the morning. Okay. I forget what it's called though.
Right. Yeah. It's a great piece. Great piece.
No, nice. I know. So, I mean, I in all honesty, I mean, I would probably buy. I mean, there's like one or two that I wouldn't buy. Not because they're bad. I just not what I would want for the wall. But other than that, I mean, I would get probably 99% of what he has, and I just can't.
Oh, they're just yeah, they're gorgeous. Oh, I took stuff down, which was a little tug at the heartstrings because I've been up there for years.
You didn't throw it away, you just
actually I moved one over here on this side, and I just relocated some stuff. I did take down, but I obviously did not get rid of Grudge Match. I'll find a place for that in my shop somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. But I mean, these are just the colors are overwhelming. They just catch you.
I can't wait to see them in person. You got to take a picture of yourself just like that with the six of them behind you and you there, so we can put it on the Instagram page. They look fantastic.
How am I going to do that? I'll have to do a selfie. Oh, one of those things. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Or have Deb
suck at that, but typically I hold the phone and Deb pushes the button. We are so bad at it.
Hard part for me. I could hold it and get us a nice frame, but then hitting the button is when I messed up.
Yeah, I want to know how the hell do those kids do that with their thumb and get it all the way over there? I don't know.
We may have to get one of those sticks when we go back up, or you go back down.
So.
I go back up.
Yeah,
we might have to get one of those phone sticks.
I know. I haven't quite figured out the whole thing with that. That's why I typically one of us will hold the phone and the other will push the button. How sorry are we?
I know. Well, I can't. I mean, I get my hand on there and I'm holding the phone fine, but then to try to get exactly where I can't do it. It's hard for me anyway. I mean, but I don't have anything on the back of my phone. Some people have like those little things where you could put your finger in it.
Yeah, I got that one.
So I don't know.
Yeah, but I still haven't.
Yeah. Does that help you hold it?
It helps me hold it, but I still don't have that coordination to get my thumb around there,
Right.
Hey, if anybody has any recommendations or suggestions other than the stick, let us know.
Yeah. Anybody have a training YouTube video so we can get in there?
I know.
get our thumb working. There we go.
I know.
We'll put put some Rocky music on, get Mickey in the background. Come on, push the button.
Oh man.
So this week, we just want to throw out there that the last two episodes, when we did Rocky 5 commentary, we really didn't know how we were going to do it, and we did it the best that we thought we could, And then we did another episode after that about the video games, which led us to see we should have done it differently with TV. Long story short, even through the episode, we were saying like, what are we doing, man? This is like, like we're sitting there staring at our phones, and oh yeah, so that scene just happened, and
yeah,
So needless to say, I'm sure it'll be our lowest viewed videos, but also too, we got some very nice feedback that don't do it again. So we probably won't be doing, I shouldn't say probably, we won't be doing it in that way again. We'll be doing maybe critiquing in a different manner with the TV on and stuff. Plus also I looked into a couple things for copywriting to have videos on the show. So we might be doing some other stuff moving forward. But Vincent was kind enough to really give us some good criticism, and I appreciate that. We are not thin-skinned, Vincent. I did not get hurt about that at all. I agreed with you 100%, and I'm glad somebody else told us as well. So
constructive criticism is always welcome.
While we were doing it, I'm like, what are we doing, man? I don't know.
But you know what? We stumbled onto that doing the video game episode, and we were like, well, why the hell didn't we think of this before?
I know. Well, I didn't think about it because, like I said, the TV is in this room, there's no room to do that. But then when you set it up the way you set it up, and then you go, well, why don't we just do it like this? I was like, that's genius, Rick. Why didn't we do it like that?
You know what?
Is
that how they invented penicillin? Let the bread mold.
Exactly. This tastes nasty, but I feel so much better.
Yeah, right. If I turn the computer around, we can actually watch it on TV.
I'm telling you.
Who would have ever thought?
So this week we have a more of a normal show for you, a little more of our old style. So hopefully you will enjoy this more. We noticed when we were going through the topics that we had already done, we were trying to figure out some other stuff to do, some other topics, some other conversations, and we realized that there was a couple people that we did not include in their single episode, I guess you could say, their highlighted episode. We did Dolph Lundgren, we did Carl Weathers, we did Burt Young. I mean, we've done Sly a million times, but we haven't done Miss Talia Shire and Mr. Bill Conti.
That's right.
So tonight's episode will be on them. So we have a decent amount to talk about, their careers, their impact. But we'll start off with Miss Talia Shire.
She just celebrated a birthday not that long ago, too.
Yes, she did.
April 25th.
Yep, April 25th. She's 78 years old. That's a more recent photo of her right there. Yep. And of course, Rocky Land knows her as Miss Adrian. And there's obviously a whole bunch of pictures of Adrian. We just showed a few. But I mean, come on, her impact in that film.
Oh God,
it's ridiculous. It really is. It's ridiculous. She was not originally casted, as everybody knows. The short list for the part of Adrian was Susan Sarandon, Bette Midler, Shire. Who else was it?
Oh, there was. Yeah, I can't think of her name. And we've discussed this. Yeah, we've discussed this.
Yeah, I mean, she got the role and played it. I mean, as perfect as you could play the role. I mean, she, as Sylvester Stallone, became Rocky. She became Adrian. You just believed and listened to every word she said. Hence why she was nominated for Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress and a Golden Globe.
Right. I was just going to bring that up.
But she, to give a long story short about it, and then we could just discuss her impact. Her parents are Carmine and Italia Coppola, and her brother is none other than Francis Ford Coppola. And her nephew is Nicolas Cage. And then she was married to David Shire, 1970 to 1980, hence her last name. And she was born in New York City. But she has a larger amount of films than one would think.
Yeah, I was surprised.
She's known for two parts, two of the greatest films ever made, The Godfather and Rocky. That's her from The Godfather. She was in The Godfather, and she was in The Godfather Part 2. And, of course, she was in Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5 as Adrian. Just realized she was a bride in Rocky, and she was a bride in The Godfather.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
But she has a large amount of films before Godfather, B films, nothing crazy. The Dunwich Horror, Maxie, The Wild Racers. But then she had Godfather and Godfather. She had 72, 74, 76. Godfather, Godfather 2, Rocky. Seriously?
You just put that on your resume, and that's it.
Crazy. And then she did, then in 79, 80, 82, 85, she did Rocky 2, 3, 4. And she did a film called Windows and a film called Prophecy. And then after that, in 1990, she did Rocky 5 and Godfather 3 the same year.
Wow.
And then after that, no disrespect to Miss Shire, but she did a bunch of films that are not very well known. Can I Play? The Landlady, The Visit, the whole shebang, Kiss the Bride, I Heart Huckabees. And then 06, she did Rocky Balboa. Well, she didn't do Rocky Balboa. She's in archival footage of Rocky Balboa.
Mm-hmm.
My Father's Will. Yeah, she did a bunch of them there. And then actually her last film, she actually did a film last year for Francis Ford Coppola, Megalopolis. She plays Constance Catalina, and that is being released in 2025.
Okay.
So that is her film career. Like I said, she was nominated for Academy Award and Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress for both Rocky and for Godfather. How she didn't win, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Have no idea how she didn't win that. But for Godfather, I could kind of maybe understand. She did not have a huge role in Godfather. We won't get into the fact that you still haven't seen it. That's a whole. We might have to have a whole episode on films you need to watch.
We could do that.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to put the pressure on you, man.
I know. It's on my to-do list.
I'm gonna have to send you like a list of like 5 films. You got to watch these films.
Okay.
We'll make you an offer you can't refuse, right?
Okay. Sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah. That's exactly right. See, you heard about some stuff.
Mm-hmm. What's the other one I heard was Leave the Gun, Bring the Cannoli. Is that from that one too?
Yeah,
okay.
That's from that one. Yeah.
I've seen a T-shirt with that on there. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, I like the saying. I don't know what the hell it's from.
Yeah, they kill somebody in the field somewhere after they pick up cannolis, and they kill him in the car.
Uh-huh.
So the guy that gets out of the car tells him, he's like, "Hey, leave the gun," and he goes, "Get the cannolis." Like they pause too, like, "Oh crap, get the cannolis." It's pretty well done. Yeah, you gotta see it anyway.
I will.
Yeah, I don't know how she. So that one she had I don't want to say a smaller role because she did have a big role in it, but it wasn't like Best Supporting Actress like Rocky. I mean, she was the film. I mean, it was
right.
So she was huge in that. She absolutely should have won in Rocky. I don't know how she didn't or why she didn't, but she convinced us she was this little shy hermit to the pretty little flower blooming at the end of the film and having the confidence to tell Rocky she loved him. I mean, she's the one that said it. That's the cool part about it, I thought.
Oh yeah. And just the way that her whole character was built over the time, over those movies, and even watching, we just did Rocky 5 not that long ago. Just the confidence. Mm-hmm. Without her, could you even imagine, like, say she's like, nah, I got a conflict, I can't do these anymore. I mean, you talk about a series.
Let's face facts. That's what he did before he met her. Look where he was. Yeah. He really was a bum from the neighborhood, just another bum from the neighborhood, taking these little, ham and egger fights, like he calls them. Mm-hmm. Bumming cigarettes from somebody in the audience, making a few bucks, and then going to gas. He was nobody.
Right.
I mean, that's how important of a role she was.
Right. I was going to say, can you imagine, any of them, Bert, Talia, whatever name you want to throw out, Burgess, whatever you want to throw out there. What if they said, you know what? I can't do 2. I can't do 3. And all of a sudden you had, like we were talking with the video game, someone who sounds like them, someone who might look like them,
but yeah, they would have had to go the route of, a different trainer. Obviously, if Burgess said, I'm not going to do it, or if Talia said, I'm not going to do it, it would have. See, if Talia said she wasn't going to do it, I mean, it would have been, man, that would have been detrimental. That would have been bad.
But, okay, so I know we're getting a little off topic here, but do you recall hearing a rumor or an idea or something that was thrown out there where, was it Rocky 2, where they got divorced? The original thought or idea?
I do remember hearing that they got separated, yes.
Because he was like in the Playboy Mansion.
Yes.
Something along those lines, and his head got, that type of thing. So, I mean, yes, if Talia Adrian was not going to be there, it probably would have had to have been like a divorce situation. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I can't see the rest of the movies being as good as they are without her, because
it would have had no heart. I mean, the original has all the heart. It has all the emotions, the passion, the love, the respect. So even if it would have went that route for 2, it wouldn't have been like, because think of other films that have a saga that maybe the girlfriend wasn't the same girlfriend as another film, but she wasn't as meaningful. She wasn't as, the foundation of that relationship.
Back to the Future. Back to the Future.
Yeah, exactly.
The girlfriend changed,
right.
The continuity just isn't the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, it would have been a tough sell. It definitely would have been a tough sell.
And then with her acting chops that she brought to the table on every one of these movies, I don't think any of us would have watched it the same way without her, because she just brought this light, this something special to this character, and made Adrian come to life, where Rocky has his own come to life. You expect to see Rocky walking down the streets of Philadelphia. You gotta say, if she wasn't dead in Rocky Balboa, you would almost expect to see hand in hand Rocky and Adrian walking down the road, because she brought Adrian to life.
Right.
I'm sorry for my tangent.
No, don't be. I mean, that's what the show's about. We throw a topic up there in the title, and we cover it mostly, but that's what this is about, to hear other avenues things could have taken, or other opinions, or other thoughts. Yeah. I mean, like you said, if she would have, I mean, in 2, his head wasn't in it because he knew she didn't want him to fight.
Right.
And then, of course, there's one thing I want you to do for me, win. And it's not a matter of, he's listening to his wife, and it's way beyond that. It's way beyond, his wife's telling him not to fight, so he won't fight. It's the respect, the mutual love and admiration they have for each other. Let's face it, they almost became the people who they truly are at the end of Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, before then, she was so shy she never even would look at a man. Paulie's treating her like crap. She's taking care of her brother. She works at a pet shop. She has no life.
Right.
And Rocky's in the same boat. Rocky, like we already discussed, is fighting other bums, living in that seedy apartment, just whatever. At the end of that film, he achieved what he wanted, going the distance, gaining respect, and she gained what she wanted, was the love and respect of him. And he loved her. But I mean, it was just one big puzzle piece that every piece fit perfectly.
Absolutely.
To make it happen. Make it happen. And I'm sorry, but Miss Talia Shire was a reason for that. Could other actors, and like we've already had this talk a million times, could other actors and actresses have done just as good of a job acting and convincing you? Yeah, of course they could have. But it would, like you said, the longevity of it and the emotional connection to it, I don't think they would have done.
Yeah, they just drew us in, just something. Each character was chosen perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's easy to say now, but you look back on it and you're like, I can't see anybody else doing it and bringing the heart and the soul to these roles. They own them. They are, there's very few people, and we've talked about this before and we've discussed this, was, excuse me. There's very few actors out there that you can associate with a role where the lines are blurred. Like we've said, Philly, they're not yelling Sly. They're yelling Rocky, right?
Yeah.
So when you see Talia is probably, like, in most people's eyes, they see a picture of Talia Shire. Oh, that's Adrian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With Burt Young, they're like, oh, that's Uncle Paulie. Yeah. I mean, Burgess might be, oh, okay, well, that's Mick, or that could be.
Well, yeah, he had such a long career. I mean, in the beginning, he was very well known for his Broadway stuff. He did a lot of Twilight Zones, a lot of the black and white films. He, of course, you and I know, did, Penguin on Batman TV series. So he had a little bunch of different decades of work where different fans would have known him for it. I mean, let's face facts. When I first saw him in Rocky, what do you think I said to my dad? Oh my God, that's the Penguin.
It's the Penguin. I know.
So,
and I was always like, oh my God, my two favorites in the world are connected by one actor, And like we said in Rocky 5, where, Robert is wearing the Batman t-shirt. It all, intertwined somehow. I don't know.
I would love to know if that was a little nod to Burgess.
Maybe. Who knows? That's a great question.
Right? I mean, I wonder if that was a little, hey, see who will pick up on this.
That's a great question to ask Sly.
Well, we have a lot of great
I never thought of I never thought of it in that angle, other than just like I said, there's a Batman shirt in the Rocky movie.
Yeah.
My mind goes,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If they were training on the beach underneath the tiki bar and Margaritaville was playing, it'd be perfect.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm like, give me the address. I'm going there right now.
Right. I know. If we are ever blessed to have Sly on the show, we're gonna have to make the show like 3 hours. So
oh my God,
we have way too many questions.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. By the
way, we'll never come on. I'm like, those guys are crazy. I'm not going on.
I know. You're like, you guys just tire me out.
Exactly. But yeah, she just was a wonderful actress. I mean, she is a wonderful actress. She has had a large variety of roles, and I said, with all due respect, not a lot of very well-known ones. I don't think that would upset anybody who would know, because they're not. But I would trade 15 films that nobody really knows of to have been in two of the greatest film sagas ever. Two of the greatest movies ever.
Absolutely.
Two best pictures. Well, I'm sorry, 3 best pictures. Godfather and Godfather 2 and Rocky. 3 best pictures she was in.
Yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, you have that on your resume. Forget about it.
Yeah, exactly that.
And then
so the other
well, I was going to what's that transition word?
Segue.
Segue. Thank you. I was going to segue. I was going to do the Tony segue from Talia to Mr. Bill Conti, by saying Mr. Bill Conti has actually written a song called Adrian on the Rocky. I have it on the Rocky Balboa soundtrack.
It's on Rocky 3.
It's on the Rocky 3 soundtrack as well.
Yeah, and and then I think it's on Rocky 2. I don't remember. Now I'm second. Guessing myself.
Well, my CDs are way over there. I have them hanging on the wall.
Hold on. So, like you said, I have. It might only be on Rocky 3.
Well, I know it's on Rocky Balboa because that's the CD I listen to.
Yeah, it's on Rocky 3. It's on Rocky 3.
Okay. I mean, I'm surprised that CD hasn't just turned to dust.
I know this is a little unorthodox. I'm going to slide this way for 2 seconds.
Okay. Well, like I was saying, my Rocky Balboa CD, I'm surprised it still even plays. I've listened to it so many damn times. Every time I work out, I play that,
Sorry, I should have been prepared and had this here when I was ready. But I wanted to read, those of you that obviously a lot of people that watch us knows these are albums.
Yep.
Vinyl albums. And there was the insert in the vinyl album, as everybody knows. Usually had some pictures or lyrics, whatever. This one has something that was written on the back, and I want to read it. It's a little long. I'll read it fairly quickly, but I just thought it was pretty funny.
Okay.
And I remember reading it, too, when I first bought the album. It says, Sly, let me introduce you to Bill Conti. And then now this is Sly from Sly talking. I think I nodded, then began to scratch my chin as I inspected Bill Conti. He was young, thin, acutely intense, detached, dark eyes, dwelling deep in his skull, something serpent-like in his mannerisms. When I wrote the script for Rocky, I wanted passionate music. I wanted a symphony of a powerful man, a lonely woman, a thick-necked loser, a human ship that crashed in the night, love, courage, dignity cast in bronze. I only wish the music could come from inside me, but I was born with ears of stone. Bill Conti shook everyone's hand and walked out the door. 3 weeks later, Bill Conti walked in the door with music under his hands. The music began. I was sweating. I'm impossible to satisfy. I was cheering. How did this thin man with an Afghan dog looking size the soul of every character and set it to music? Then it dawned on me how simple it was, and how could I have not known it from our first meeting? Bill Conti is Italian.
Oh, that's awesome.
I remember reading that when I bought the album, and I just thought it was so cool. I was like, I'm Italian too. This is the greatest thing ever.
That's awesome. I'll have to look at mine. I have that. I have that hanging up over there.
I have Rocky 2, but it's over there as well. I won't go get that. But
yeah, I've never taken it out. Actually, my son got it for me one year. I never took the record out because I don't have a record player. I always wanted to get a record player, but I don't have one because I love the sound of a record. You know,
little pops and whatnot.
Yeah. So I'll have to take it down and look at it and see if I have that same insert in mine.
Yeah, you should. I mean, the originals do. I know that. I don't know if you got one of the the reprints. That one might not. But but yeah, Mr. Bill Conti. He's another one who had a very. Now, Mr. Bill Conti has a very large career. There's the picture I have signed by him with the Rocky on the piano and him sitting at the piano. And we'll show you a shot real quick of Mr. Conti nowadays. There he is. But he is 82. He was born in Providence, Rhode Island. He's been a composer and a conductor since 1969. And he's mostly known for his collaborations with John G. Avildsen.
Okay.
Which obviously Rocky, the Karate Kid. I mean, how many? He's got 5 Rocky films, and he's got, 4 Karate Kid films.
Yeah.
But let's see. Now he was nominated for an Oscar for Rocky, but he won the Oscar. He did not win the Oscar for Rocky. Evergreen by Barbra Streisand won that year. I don't know. Anyway, but he did win a couple years later for The Right Stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So he won that there. And like I said, he did do the Karate Kid films, Bill Conti's music. But he's been nominated for other ones too. He's won Golden Globes. He actually won Golden Globe for Rocky.
Okay.
Let's see here what he had. And he's got a ton. I mean, he's got Rocky. He did Fist. He did Paradise Alley.
Yep.
He did Rocky 2. He did remember a movie called Private Benjamin with Goldie Hawn?
Oh, yeah.
He did Private Benjamin. He did Victory with Sly and Pele.
Yep. Michael Caine.
He did what's that?
Michael Caine, right?
Yeah, yep. It was Pele, Michael Caine, and Sly. For Your Eyes Only, James Bond movie. Rocky 2, I already said, I'm sorry, Rocky 3. He did The Right Stuff in 83 where he won the Oscar. Then, of course, he did Karate Kid. Then he did Karate Kid 2 and 3. He did Masters of the Universe with Dolph.
Okay. Yeah.
He did Lock Up.
Oh, yeah.
He did Rocky 5. He did Rookie of the Year, 8 Seconds. Wrongfully Accused, the Thomas Crown Affair, Avenging Angelo.
Okay. Rookie of the Year? Wait a minute. Rookie, was that the one with the little boy, the little kid who broke his arm? He did that one?
I'm going to go back to it and make sure. Yep, that's it. That's the same one.
No kidding.
Avenging Angelo, like I said, Rocky Balboa, and then he did the collaboration Rocky Balboa, The Best of Rocky.
Okay.
So that gentleman has quite the career of inspirational music. Now, when I was reading what Sly was saying when he met him, he summed that up perfectly because that's what we always say about the music to Rocky. Mm-hmm. I remember reading somewhere, and I know I'm not going to say the correct song, but I know I read that the fight scene in Rocky was going to be a Jimi Hendrix song. I forget which one.
Oh yeah.
It might even have been a Led Zeppelin song. I know it was a popular rock and roll song. It wasn't created for the film.
Right.
And it's easy for us to sit back and say, oh, it would have been horrible, because now how good it is. But come on. Like we already talked about 100 times. How do you play Bill Conti music? And it's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I do remember hearing about the Jimi Hendrix. And there was who was the other one? Was it Queen who was going to
Queen. Well, originally Sly wanted Queen to do Another One Bites the Dust for Rocky 3. Before Eye of the Tiger.
Right. But then, I did hear about Jimi Hendrix with, putting something, and I don't remember what song it was as well. So, yeah.
I don't know. I just could never see it. I mean, I couldn't imagine. Let's see if I could put some of this on. Like, as soon as you hear the bell.
I know.
These songs come on when I'm at the gym, and it's like.
Well, we were talking about this when we were doing Rocky 5 was, and I was actually thinking about it after the show. I was like, I wish I had the know-how or the talent to go in and take the music out of Rocky 5 and inject any Rocky song that we want, right? And then
there's got to be a way.
Well, I'm sure there is. Someone somewhere knows how to do that. I don't. But what I'm saying is, can you imagine that song right there being played when Robert's fighting the punk in the playground, on the street, I mean, you interject Conti in these scenes from Rocky 5, that movie has a completely different feel.
Well, let's face facts, okay? Right now, so picture Rocky 5, right? You knocked him down, now try knocking me down. And it starts right there. I mean,
exactly. It changes the whole feel of that movie.
Lord.
Yeah.
He has so many I mean, obviously the bigger ones are, of course, the biggest. I mean, that's of all Rockies, it's the most well. I shouldn't say it's the most well known. It to the younger generation, it might be Eye of the Tiger. That's more well known than that one.
Yeah, I was going to say Eye of the Tiger is probably the most.
It is the most, and then of course, Going the Distance, of course. But I mean, there's so many others. This one here, Final Bell.
Yeah.
And this ain't gonna be no rematch. Don't want one.
Yeah. I mean,
and look, it's so soft and.
It's give you chill.
I want to run around the house right now.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's just amazing.
It really is. It's like Sly said in that paragraph. He captured everything, the essence, the heart, the soul, the emotions. Like he said, lonely woman, a strong. I mean, just everything. He captured it all. And what's pretty amazing about it is that he captured it in each film differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, let's find the Adrian song if we can. He captured things a little differently for each of the films. Here's Adrian. Oh, this is the one. Yep. This is when they go in. It's the anniversary, right?
Yeah.
Our almost anniversary, which I never understood that.
Yeah.
Why is that I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
But man, he has. You just, like I said, name it. He's got it. It's amazing. Of course, the Karate Kid album. He has, and you could hear a lot of the. Hold on. Sorry. You could hear a lot of the. You could, if you know Bill Conti's music and you know Rocky, you could hear it and know it. Like here. This is from Karate Kid. I mean, this is when it builds up and it gets you.
But you know what? It's the same thing. Karate Kid, Rocky, and whatever else, if you were to watch like a horror movie, okay, whatever ones there are, Friday the 13th, I don't know, whatever they are, right? And you took the background music out, when the monsters, or whatever, and it's got that scary music behind it to really draw you in. You took that out. It's not the same. It's just not. Now you just got some guy walking up like this.
No.
You got that eerie music behind it.
Well, look at it this way. I mean, we've watched other boxing films before. You watch other boxing films, and if they're just throwing jabs and body shots and hitting and whatnot, but there's no dramatic buildup of music or emotional music or whatever, you're just watching it and watching it. It doesn't really draw you in. And then what I've always liked about it, and the best I could describe, it's very visceral. It's very visual. I mean, I could see every movement in the film when I hear the songs.
Yes.
And it absolutely would not have been the same without the music. I'm sorry.
Right. You just nailed that, Tony. Tony, you just nailed that perfectly. So well said. Is when you play a song from the Rocky soundtrack or Bill Conti music, right? You can, with the way that the song unfolds, start to end, you can re-watch that movie in your head as the song plays.
Oh, absolutely. Every frame.
Yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Every frame. And I do it when I'm working out too. I'm working out. I say I'm jogging or I'm whatever I'm doing. Yeah. And my whole playlist is just a shuffle of Rocky songs. Yeah. A couple of Karate Kid songs in there, a couple of, other Top Gun is in there. I have some, Motley Crue and some rock songs in there.
Sure.
But for the most part, it's all Rocky. But one of those Rocky songs, come on, it's again, like you said, it's all, I just see it and I don't know. It's amazing. I don't understand how somebody can do that.
Yeah.
I have no idea. How can you write that on paper and capture all of that?
I don't know. It's almost like they turned on the camera in the movie theater, but from behind your head to the back of your eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. I know I told you this once before a long time ago, but I just need to repeat it. It was the fact that I think I was in 4th or 5th grade at my old Warner's Elementary School, and one of the very first songs we played was the Rocky theme.
Oh, get out, really?
Yeah. I remember because I played the trombone. I hated that damn thing. It was terrible carrying it on the school bus. I kept on whacking everybody in the knees. But yeah.
That almost that whole album, he did Gonna Fly Now, Philadelphia Morning, Going the Distance, Reflections. Of course, he didn't do Take You Back. Valentine did that, which was Frank Stallone. He's got The First Date on here. Where, when they're in the apartment, you're my guest. You don't have to leave.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not so comfortable too.
Right.
Why don't you come over and sit over here?
There's and then if bugs over there. So here again. Now we've seen it millions times, but what do you see when you hear this? What do you see? Rocky's running with Butkus.
Okay, yeah. I was back and still in the apartment.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm jumping all over.
Yeah, I was still in the apartment thinking about the big bugs.
But he definitely, and then of course, Alone in the Ring.
Yeah.
And then now ones that a lot of people might not know.
Wait. I was just gonna say, Alone in the Ring. John's painting of Alone in the Ring.
Oh, I wanted
this music being played, and that is the trailer. 1976.
Yep.
That's the trailer. Boom.
That'd be amazing.
Oh my God. Make it happen, John.
Yeah.
Go back in time.
Maybe you will. The last song that went over the credits that a lot of people might not have hang around for, but when the credits are coming up.
Love this.
After it's all over. But yeah, Mr. Conti did all of it, like I said, except for Take You Back. And then, of course, Rocky 2, same thing. It would have never, ever have been the same if it was a different composer, a different, different artists. I mean, Rocky 4, they had all the different artists.
Mm-hmm.
They had
Survivor, John Cafferty.
Right, John Cafferty.
Robert Temper.
Mm-hmm. Yep, No Easy Way Out. I mean, they had all of those, and now the musical part of it was not Bill Conti. It was that Vince DiCola who did the training montage and did the boxing scenes. Now, again, I don't know what happened and why. And they did a great job. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Every Rocky fan likes to hear, and it does capture someone's soul and heart.
Sure.
But I still am just a huge fan of the Bill Conti. It was just amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Can't beat a man in his own game.
Wouldn't have been the same.
No.
Like you said, I would. Yeah, now I'm interested to remove that stuff from Rocky 5. See what happens.
Wouldn't it be? But seriously, wouldn't it be just so awesome to be able to pull that hip hop stuff out and inject the Rocky song.
I mean, in certain scenes, like in the scene where he's talking to Adrian in the street, they had the Conti piano.
Yeah.
For the fight, it definitely needed to be Conti. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to throw a little hip hop there where they're walking down the street or whatever. All right, whatever. You want to, make it the 90s. But yeah, for the key scenes, when he's talking to the son, where he's telling him, he was sorry in front of the hoagie shop, you needed Conti's music.
Absolutely. I stand firm on the fact that I completely think it would have changed the feel of the movie, and even the fact that there was no fight in the ring. Just by doing that, I think it would have at least swayed 50% of the people. Of the 50% of the people who didn't like it, I think you would have swayed them even more, because what is a Rocky movie without the Rocky music?
Exactly. And and the only person that's the Rocky music is Bill Conti.
So
that's it.
If I had a gavel, I'd bang it on the table and say, "Case closed."
That's it. So it is written, so shall it be done.
That's right.
Too funny.
Habeas corpus and and all that other.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this episode more than us going like this.
Yeah, right.
So look what he's doing.
Yeah.
We apologize. Hey, everybody has bad episodes, all right? But yeah, this is definitely a better one. Well, I think.
Maybe they went to bed early that night. Who knows? Or we put them to sleep.
They probably thought these guys drank way too much Uncle Frank's. I'm out of here.
Done. Yeah.
So, all right, my brother. Until next week. Next week we got a fun one too. It's another good one. And it'll be much better.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Much better. But yeah, we'll see everybody next week. We appreciate you watching us. We appreciate the support, and we do appreciate the input. Like Rick was saying, it's very important to us. We don't want to just, keep doing something if everybody thinks it's, we shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
So that's about it. Until next week, we'll see everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you all.
Thanks for watching.
You all for joining.